What is up? This is the Warrior Race prep video. It's going to be a lot of fitness stuff, a lot of talking about that. So if that's not your vibe, please share it with someone whose vibe it is, like a fitness fanatic or someone who's into running or calisthenics or just bodybuilding or just fitness and health in general. Share it with your mom if she's like that. Share it with your granddaddy. I don't mind. Let's just create a community here. You know what I mean? Put it on your story. Send it to a company so that they can sponsor me. I don't know. But enjoy it. I hope that you enjoyed watching it, even just a fraction as much as I enjoyed doing all this stuff, because it was so sick. And I will see you in the end of the video, because that's I'm filming the intro now at the end. Peace. What's up? I found out this morning that I'm going to be able to do the Warrior Race coming up in 2 weeks. I saw it about a month and a half ago and I'm so freaking excited. So here's my support system right here. She's dropped me off for a run, a post-church run. We're going to do 9 Ks is the goal. Last week I ran 8. I was sick this whole week, so I haven't run at all. The thing about the Warrior Race is it's 15 Ks.
So yeah, I'm officially a wag. I've been a wag undercover low-key,
I'm about to be a flea.
But now I'm officially a wag.
Okay.
This is what it looks like.
I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Okay.
I didn't even stretch.
That's fine, love.
No, it's not fine. Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta do my toe touches. Oh, I really hope this doesn't hurt how I feel like it's gonna hurt. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
Okay, I think this is the most I'm gonna get in now. Plus, it's warm outside, so.
Okay.
Yo, I'm already out of breath. That's a bad sign.
I know. It's just the ice cream. Okay, give me a kiss before you go. Love you. Bye, sweetie. Look at him go. He's such a happy chapper when he's running outside.
Just under 18 minutes in. I don't know how many Ks, maybe like 3 and a bit. Feeling good. Haven't walked yet. I definitely ate too much before this run, but I needed it, so let's hope it carries me. I call this Huckleberry Finn Bridge because this whole vibe here just makes me feel like I'm in a Huckleberry Finn movie. I wish I could go down there and explore, but it's private property. It went well. I ran 400 meters more than last time, which is a very, very slight increase. 5% only, which is good. Running fed is way better than running fasted, but I definitely ate too much. Babe, I threw up in my mouth on the way.
I'm sorry.
And I was just like, okay, we keep going. There was a couple times I thought I was going to throw up on the road while running. I was just like,
Oh no.
because you know when you feel like you need a burp,
Yes.
but the burp's not coming, so you keep on going. I was doing that until my throat came. But it was good. And I was like, man, especially if there's obstacles in between, I think I could clock 15 Ks. But you know what's really cool is that this will be my longest run ever.
Ever in your life?
It'll be the longest single run of distance that I'm covering, as far as I know. At least my longest recorded run. I just realized that I have vlogged like nothing, and it's like 2 days before Warrior. So today is Thursday, Warrior's on Saturday. I'm going for my last training session, my last run before the race. About a 20 to 40 minute easy run. I'll talk to you afterwards. I wanted to fill you guys in on what's basically happened the last 2 weeks with the Warrior training. Man, this chair's uncomfortable. Okay, we'll make do. So, I have been training, definitely have been training, but I have been struggling with different, I don't want to call them injuries because, I don't want to speak death, but at the same time, you got to acknowledge what it is. I've had pain in my hip that started earlier in the year. It kind of came about, I think, from sprinting and trying that out. So that sucked. And then it was a lot of stubbornness and a little bit of trying to rest, stubbornness, trying to rest, stubbornness, trying to rest. And then I rested, and then I started rehabbing it. And around the time that thing was injured and I was trying to get it better, but it was still taking a while, Then I ended up giving myself, I think, golfer's elbow, which is a common kind of tendonitis, especially in calisthenics and people who lift and things like that. Basically, it's something that happens if you lift too much, too heavy, too soon. Yeah. So not ramping up into it. And so that sucks, and I'm still dealing with that and slowly been trying to rehab these things while trying to not gather more injuries. I'm trusting God for healing. I'm doing everything that I can to get them like rested, recovered, rehabbed, and it's a lot of troubleshooting because I'm not a professional and I don't have money to see a professional, but we make do. And then life's been a little bit crazy. It was our anniversary, which was awesome, but needed to plan, needed to budget, needed to go on that. My parents are going to the coast, so I'm actually moving to their house tomorrow to house sit for them. My school is going on school holidays, which means that there was stuff we needed to get ready for the school holidays, like stuff we needed to finish because we were going to be on school holidays, obviously, so we wouldn't be able to do admin and all those usual things that we do. And so, long story short, there's been a lot. I've been doing calisthenics 5 to 6 days a week. With that, been trying to do a pull, a push, and a legs every single time, with running 1 to 3 times a week. I do feel like my body is a little bit beaten up and just like, bro, I need a rest. So I actually decided yesterday to swap to a like 3 to 4 days a week strength. And that is basically the same sessions I was doing over 5 days, just condensed. Yeah, just trying to figure it out, just trying to figure out how to, build muscle and strength, and become a bigger person. I'm not trying to become like the Hulk or anything, but just becoming bigger. And then also trying to balance that with staying fit, staying healthy, looking after things like my rotator cuffs, like my grip, like trying to rehab this thing, doing like calf raises and tib raises to protect me while running from injuries, doing stuff on my hips to, keep the hip happy. And I've been slowly building it up, slowly seeing, I can like kind of run fast again. I don't know if I'd call it sprinting, but it's speed work. And seeing like, I can kind of grip stuff, but it's actually getting a little irritated. It was getting better, and then I was like, sweet, it's getting better. Now it feels stuck. Let me do more, and that'll push it over the edge. And I think it regressed it a bit. So yeah, that's stressing me out about Warrior Race, but it is what it is. And I'm really freaking excited. I really just want to full send this Warrior Race. I'll be doing it without a fitness watch because I wasn't able to get one that was syncing and working, and I was like, at the end of the day, it's causing me more stress trying to set up the watch and get this thing going. And then lastly, I just want to talk a little bit about my shoes. Now, if you know me, you'll know I'm into barefoot shoes, and I've had these dudes for 2 years. These guys are pretty worn through, and I'm kind of really just hoping and praying that they will last for the race and not just last but do well, because I don't have the money to buy new ones. These are my like outdoor trail running guys. Yeah, at the bottom, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can definitely see that. They are completely worn through. Like, not completely because there's no hole in the bottom, but decently chowed. The inside sole is also starting to deteriorate. I can literally feel the part where my foot, like there's a footprint on this thing, and that is where it's worn through. And so I'm really hoping that they survive. They've done this much and got me this far, and they've been pretty dang amazing at it. Literally the only complaint that I have for these shoes, and it's not really a complaint, is the laces. Because they had this like lockdown laces system where you pull it and tighten it and all of that, and they were really skinny laces and they just weren't really locking. So I went to Cape Union and I bought these super thick like hiking boot laces, I think they are. These guys, come on, leave my face alone, focus on the shoes, there we go. And that has been the best thing that I could have done. They've got holes in the top here, but other than that, like really freaking great quality shoes that have just lasted so well. Let me show you this one. This one, also nice and worn on the bottom, holes on the top, but I wear them all the time. I wear them for coaching, I wear them for running, I wear them for training. Oh dang, there's a hole on the side. I just saw that now. there on the inside hole. Okay, but this hole is really old. That started pretty soon after I got them. But yeah, man, so that's my setup. That's my stuff. A huge part of my preparation and my healing is trusting in Jesus and going, Father God, you know my situation, you know my stuff. Please heal me. Heal this thing on the elbow. That's probably the biggest thing that's given me the most pain. Heal the hip fully and completely so I can go back to sprinting and marching and all of these wonderful things. Hey, focus. Just make sure that my whole body is working beautifully in synergy. So, yeah, not for my glory, for his. So I can be like, oh, thank you, God, you carried me through. But yeah, that's been my rant. So Tsefo's going to probably take over the filming and documenting on the day, which she's great at. She's so good at this stuff. And she'll bring you along. But, yeah. Sure. Sure is our favorite place to be.
Agreed. Three, two, one.
This is actually Be brave! Hey, be brave! Be brave! We're actually going about 5 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
So I am on the spectator route. Obstacle courses are happening. I'm gonna try and find Santana, have his ring, so that it's not gonna get lost in the mud. But I'm so excited, guys. I feel like such a wag right now. Like, I feel like such a wag, waiting for the professionality. Yeah, he's not professional, but in my mind, he is. Yeah, this is just so cool. So cool. I can't wait to like get find him. And also, like, looking at the stuff, I actually think he's gonna do pretty well. It's a really right up his alley when it comes to his style of training and just like what he loves, which is healing and being like Tarzan. Oh, so update, I cannot find Santana and the spectator route is quite limited. You only see like 5-6 obstacles. So, and it doesn't go around the entire 15K, so, or it like doesn't give you a vantage point of it. So I'm just gonna be looking and hopefully I can find him. Literally carrying the cross. Pick up your cross and follow me. It's crazy, that's awesome. How's he gonna go to the tunnel like this? Yes, Santana! Go, babe! That's the one! Yeah! Come on, babe! Yeah! Yes! Yes! Hurry and dance! Yeah! Oh, look at the snails! Oh, yeah! Love you! He jumped! Why did he jump?
I can see you're skeptical. You could have a little fight that never killed nobody. What you waiting for? We're getting closer by the step. Feels like it's just getting started.
You're doing great! You're doing great,
I
love!
can see you're skeptical.
Yes, engage that core! Come on, so proud of you, love. Yes, babe, let's running between 30 obstacles. Yes, babe! Yes, babe! Let's go! The Flash! Yes, babe! Yes, babe! Yeah, babe!
You can have a little faith, it never killed nobody. What you waiting for? We're getting closer by the step, feels like it's just getting started.
How does that look? Oh, that's lovely. Move in a bit more. I think that's good. Hello. Okay. I wanted to talk about Warrior Race and really just boast on God. So first, let's talk about the race. It is 15 kilometers. The longest I've ever run is 12. Now, I was with a friend who runs a lot. When I ran that was years ago. That was when I was running consistently. Recently, I've been running. That's been great, and I've been building it up, but the longest I've done was like 8. To take it back even further, I used to have tendinitis and stuff in my knees. To take it back even further, that came from, I'm pretty sure when I broke this ankle playing rugby, I think you could probably see the scar. I've got a big plate and like 8 screws going through this ankle and scars on both sides. Going back even further, I was a chubby kid with exercise-induced asthma. So me and running were not homies at all. Oh, I even forgot the barefoot transition. Through that, I transitioned to barefoot shoes to try and fix the issue. I literally tried everything. I avoided barefoot shoes, actually. I was like, no, barefoot shoes is way too hippie for me. And then when I eventually tried it out, I was like, this is freaking amazing. I'm never not wearing these again. And so that transition was even, like a last-ditch attempt. And then been wearing barefoot shoes for the last 2 years, give or take, pretty much exclusively. Like, I wear Vans and I wear other stuff, but most of the days of my life, I'm wearing barefoot shoes and do that and training barefoot. So my feet, ankles, legs are now fully transitioned to that. Okay, first of all, I ran 15 Ks. Or traveled 15 Ks, because I definitely wasn't running the whole time. I traveled 15 Ks with this body that the Lord has miraculously healed time and time and time again, in barefoot shoes, mind you. My first pair that I ever got 2 years ago. That's a miracle. And actually, while I was running, my right knee really started to hurt. And I know exactly, I know the feeling. It's a tendon issue, and I felt it before. And I was just like, you know what, it's there, but I'm not going to let it stop me or finish my race. So I just kept going, just ran with a limp. And every now and then I'd have to walk or stop or stretch or whatever, but carried on going. That is a freaking miracle. Second thing that's really cool is that I haven't trained specifically for this. I've been doing calisthenics. Sometimes I have more equipment, sometimes I have less. As of August, I've had much less. So I have gymnastics rings, I have a couple dumbbells and a couple kettlebells. And that, mixed with the running, is what I used to train. And I was decently prepared for this thing. Honestly, if I had to change anything for the next one, it would be grip strength and not conventional grip strength. Not holding dumbbells or barbells or anything. Gripping things like concrete blocks, which actually, now that I think about it, there are some on my property. So I need to go get those. Using a towel, over a tree branch or something and doing towel pull-ups with it hanging down and gripping it like that, because that's something that there's a lot of. Gripping onto just things that are not nice to grip onto, because that's what a lot of the warrior race is. And endurance, man. Not just gripping and holding, but swinging and trying different things. At the very least, holding on and switching hands and stuff. So Yeah, but that's kind of just what led me down. I only skipped 2 obstacles of the 30, which means I did 28. What's that in percentage? 28 over 30 times 10. 93% of the obstacles I did, and I did well. That's crazy. I look at that, I'm like, God, how did you get my body that strong and that ready for that? So the running was great. The obstacles went great. Now, here's the really cool thing. When we started, we kind of stuck together as a team, and so if one guy was struggling with something, we'd kind of wait. And so I don't know how long we spent waiting. We did that for the first few obstacles and running sections. So we might have waited about 10 minutes or something. I don't know. And then after that, because we had waited, we kind of would hit points of traffic sometimes, and there'd be a bit of congestion on the course. So that also slowed us down. And then when I finished, I wasn't even really caring about my time. Like, I finished the race, kissed my wife, and then they were like, "Hey, dude, you have to like check in so that you can get your time." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Then I went and got my time done, but I wasn't like pushing for time is so important. And I ended up coming 16th in Black Ops. There's Rookie, which is 5Ks, Commando, which is 10, and Black Ops, which is 15. Rookie has 10 obstacles, so it's 5Ks, 10 obstacles. The next one is 10Ks, 22 obstacles. The next one is 15Ks and 30 obstacles. So I did the hardest one on my first try with no specific or special training for this. Actually, my mate and I, while we were running, he gave me we were discussing scripture, and one of the scriptures that he said is, the workers build the house, but if the Lord isn't in it, then they labor in vain. Every time I go to train, I go, "Lord, I'm building the house, but unless you're in it, I'm laboring in vain. So please, would you build this house?" The guy that came in first for Black Ops, not the elites or anything, just the Black Ops race I was doing, he came in 1 hour, 51 minutes. So I was 16 minutes behind him. I take the rest into consideration. I take the congestion. I take the fact that this was my first one, and I'm going, I reckon I could come like top 10, definitely, maybe even top 5. And I reckon I could do that if I did it again in my second race. So it's miracle on top of miracle on top of miracle, and I'm just blown away by God and what he can do. And I know I said this in one of the other clips, but I used to think that these races is something you have to prepare for, and then once you've done years of training and you're like a sensei, then okay, now it's time to race, and then you're going to race and everything's going to feel amazing. No pains, no niggles, no injuries, no issues, nothing. You're just going to fly through. And little did I know, what I actually found out is that you can have pain, you can have issues, you can have shortfalls, you can have all of that. And so there's this one obstacle called Tarzan, and it was really freaking fun. I wish I wasn't as tired as I was, that I could do it properly. But there's a metal handle that you have to hold on to, and there's a weight at the back so that you don't just, when you grab it, like swing super fast. It takes you nicely. But you swing with this metal handle, and then it stops and goes boom, and you fly off of that over water, and there's like a net that you can grab onto. And I did it, and I grabbed the net, and I fell a bit, but I got my grip. And then I start climbing up the net, and they're like, "No, you did it properly. You have to grab and stick. You can't touch the water." And I was actually really mad, because I was like, really? So you're going to tell me you just watched me do that? You watched me give all my effort, and you weren't going to tell me the rules? You waited till I stuffed up to tell me the rules? I'm still mad at that guy. And actually, that was not a cool move. But anyways, the Lord forgives you. I'm still working on it. So then I go and do it again, and I couldn't get it. Fell again, hit the water. Then I watched somebody, and I watched, and I was like, yeah, I think I know how to do this. And the third time I went, and I fell a little, but I held on. And by that point, I had these like purple bruises on my fingers, and I was in so much pain. And also, while I was doing this, I felt something in my arm go, and I don't know if it was a pull or a tear or what, but I might have to show you this. Hold on. You have the bicep, right? The bicep muscle here. And then there's this where the tendon connects. I'm a tall guy, so my bicep can get kind of short on me. But in this gap, when I got off the obstacle, another little lump looked like I was growing a second bicep, and that lump started forming, and I just went, oh frick. And I put my hands on and I started praying, and I started going, Lord, no. No. There's still a lot of this race left to go, and I'm not ready to quit yet. And I know that there's a lot of hanging obstacles left, and there's a lot of carrying stuff. And so I just prayed, and I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, please. And that lump started to go down. Went to the medics, asked them about it, got it checked out. They were like, it doesn't look blue or purple or black or bruised or in any way. So I think you're good. Just take it easy on the hanging stuff. And so I did as much as I could. Take it easy. But I still had all the hanging obstacles to go through. And frick, they were hard. I didn't manage to finish a single hanging obstacle, I think. No, that's a lie. I did finish some before. But there was 2 with like ropes and swinging stuff. And yeah, I didn't finish that stuff. I got, sure, the one I could barely start. The other one, I got a decent chunk of the way through. And then, but it is what it is, you know, take it on the chin. But still, I was like, Lord, you did a literal miracle in front of my eyes. That thing went down. I finished the race. Now, my arm is fine. Like, I still can't straighten it all the way pain-free, but I'm good. Like, heart, amazing. Soul, amazing. The rest of my body, so good. I went for a run today. Legs are feeling good. Yeah, man. And I'm just like, wow, Lord, you are the God of the miracles. I have seen it in my life. And so I share this just to go, guys, God is freaking amazing. He's freaking amazing to me, to you, in my life. I hope in your life as well. And if you don't know him, I hope that this is an encouragement to at least get a little curious. You know what I mean? Just get a little curious about the Lord. But yeah, so I'm really hoping to do more warriors. I'd be ready to do another one like this weekend if my body was game. Because it's so freaking fun. So that's my miracle story, and that's the warrior race, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. This is probably only going to come out like way after I've done it, because there's so much going on in life right now. And so trying to find time to edit is tough, but I'm making it anyways, and I'm trying. May the Lord bless and keep you, and make his face to shine upon you, bro. See you in the next one.